So if you're stuck in a cycle of sin, just stand back now. Let this not be for nothing. Me sharing this dream out for you to hear and yet to choose disobedience. No, 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 no. Please choose obedience today. So one major thing I've learned in my own faith journey is obedience, and any act of disobedience never goes on well. So me sharing this is an act of obedience on my side. Let it reach who it was meant to reach. Yeah, and I know it's going to ruffle a bit of feathers, but at this point, I will choose obedience any day, anytime. May God even wake me up at 3 a.m. with a message and I'm going to share it. Okay, so prophecy. There's this gift called gift of prophecy. Do not take it lightly. Yeah, do not. Okay, so I had a dream. Plot thickens. Oh my, oh wow. This is actually vulnerability on my side, considering I'm releasing this to the whole world, not only to my friends or my family, but everyone will hear this. So, of course, I'm scared. What? I get why Jonah was running away. I get it. I get it. It's giving Prophet Joel of our time, but oh well. So I was in this hall full of people, and we were just from an event. This hall was actually one of those, like, you know, the social house, Radisson, one of those fancy halls. Yeah, with a conference, and then we were just done with the conference, and then I was in charge all of a sudden. You know, the way dreams never make sense. So I was asking people to leave based on a certain criteria that God had instructed me in terms of discernment. So guys were just leaving as I called out, "Oh, do you do this? Are you involved in this or not?" And then guys were just leaving and leaving and leaving until we were left, like me included, and a group of like 6 people. Yeah, and they were at the front. Yo, and then here it's where it gets a bit weird, because it's like this was the group that God was showing me is responsible for the immorality and the moral, like, just basically it was giving Sodom and Gomorrah. And this group of people was a representation of who was in charge of, like, it was the cartel. In my dream, it was the cartel in charge of immorality. And then it was a group of mixed people, white, brown, black. And here is where the message gets a bit serious. Because if you're a youth, especially in Africa, and you're choosing disobedience every day, God is calling out to you. Let me actually just finish up the dream. So I remember in the dream, I asked this group whether I can take a photo of them, and they said yes. I wanted to say they innocently said yes. They said yes, which was weird, considering, like, if you're in charge of bad things, you should be hiding. You should be acting in secrecy. But no, here they were very proud and open about the sin that they were involved with, and they were cultivating in the specific community that we were in. So I asked them, should I take a photo? And my intentions of taking this photo was to expose them. And they said yes. So yeah, that was strange. And then after saying yes, I took the photo and then I left the hall. And then I remember hiding because I was scared like one of them would follow me and tell me to delete the photos because they indeed don't want to be exposed. And then I find myself sitting outside a door of a kitchen. Like, you see the way restaurants have kitchens. I don't know if it was the same hotel that we were in for the conference. Who knows? Who knows? God knows. So I find myself sitting at this door, and then someone comes up to me from the kitchen. It's a cousin of an old friend. So I'm like, I'm curious at this point. I'm like, what is he doing here? Ariana, Ariana, what are you doing here? Yeah, so I open up to this guy and I tell him everything that's happening, like how that strange phenomenon of me taking a photo to expose these people, and they were very happy that I was actually taking the photo, and they were proud of the immorality that they were propagating. And I remember now God was showing me that this guy was one of the remnants that he is choosing to set apart for this generation. So this is just a kind reminder. This video ended up being long. I'll just do a part two where I read scripture on this stream. But yeah, this is a kind reminder that God is choosing his remnants. And if he's calling out to you, this is your time to listen. I've not bowed down to this culture of drug abuse, immorality. God is calling out to us to rise and build each other up and pour into each other and influence and be God influencers, and influence others for Christ's sake. And he's calling out to people who are tired of the lukewarmness in the society. Like, the sheep know his voice. He's calling out to us to dig deeper in his scripture, to spend more time with him. And yeah, if this message was for you, then it has gotten to you. Yeah, my obedience was just putting it out there because you, again, gift of prophecy, it's not for the weak. I get it, Jonah. Okay, I'll see you in part two, I guess.